Hello. I reorganized my.
That was the smart one. It went all the way over there.
Oh, yes. Maybe he had to go to the litter box.
Oh!
No, walk slowly. Don't get him dizzy. We have kittens. They're so cute. So, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about my new bed in the living room again. This time it's a single bed. I would love to make it a Murphy bed and just pop it against the wall there. But then again, I'm here all day on it, so maybe once in a while, right? I could put it away. I plugged in the computer, I brought my extension cord, have it on top of this beautiful table here. Like my grandpa used to do. He used to have his table right next to his bed, so you could put things on it, you know, like well, in his day a radio, in my day a laptop with extension cords, iPod. What is it, son?
Slow down.
Oh, you wanna?
Sit down there.
Yeah, sit down. Yeah, bounce in the bed. So, how do you give your children confidence? Here, I have a piece of wood with a bunch of numbers, and I was trying to teach them the numbers, but again, they were like 3 and 4 years old, so I put in too many numbers. What I ended up doing is, I used the electric drill, which was a screwdriver, so it didn't have much speed. Walk slowly when you get over there. And I drilled the holes. And then what I told them to do, when we had the childcare, I told the children to screw in with the electric screwdriver. They screwed in all of these little screws. At first I had different size screws, 1 inch, even a 2-inch one, but then I said no, because I didn't make the holes that big, and so the children, to make them build on success, they would screw in, like this one didn't go all the way in, this one did, this one did, this one did, and then some of them after about 10 they would quit on me. So then the next child was like, yes, I want to do it, I want to do it, and they would screw all of these screws into the wooden board here. And this was fun because I could just sit down like I'm doing and just hold it for them while they're screwing. I had to be careful that they didn't swallow any of these screws. So if you're gonna do it, I would recommend no more than 10 screws. Alright, and then I did circle them so I could count them. But then some of them, they didn't want to screw in a sequence. I mean, for them there is no sequence. I have a bunch of more holes here, but what I ended up doing at the end is I circled some of these holes. So if you're going to do it, make no more than 10 holes, and something where it's a sequence, maybe 2 across or 3 across and down, 3, 6, 9, maybe 12. So this is how I gave my son. God gave me the idea, and this is how I used my brain, and God gave me my brain. And what I did was, my son had confidence in using the electric screwdriver, which has a cord to plug into the wall. So if you give me 2 minutes, I could find the screwdriver, but I can't find then the thing, that the charger for the screwdriver. And again, that's only because I see everything as temporary. I'm in the living room right now. on a temporary basis. That's only because the spouse is happy right now. Sometimes I wonder, why is she being nice to me? Well, I am hot, so the next project that I have, if you wanted to see the other side, I did screws there also, but I never used it. Only on one side we used. Alright, so the next project that I have for my son, because I teach him things because he really likes to learn from me. And just like, who was it? Joseph, that was captured by his brothers and sold into slavery in the Bible, and then he became second to the Pharaoh in Egypt.
I'm just trying to watch.
Yeah, go ahead and watch. Thank you. So that Joseph was the favorite of the dad. Joseph's father had a favorite son, and the other 11 brothers, I believe. I know that I think the oldest was Reuben.
Reuben?
Yes.
Reuben.
So what happened is, I enjoy spending my time with my son because he likes to learn from me, and if I tell him I washed this fan. If I tell him to to connect it, to reassemble it, it's a standing fan and faces me right there, and he would do it. Wouldn't you, son? Yeah. And this reminds me of the day that with my grandfather, now that fan was a square one, and I took out 4 screws, then I took out the other 4 on the other side, and I began to wash with my finger in a cloth, sticking it into all of those little things. But there is a faster way to do it. What you do is you grab the... Now my grandpa's fan was a square, so you just hose it down, right? So I did hose it down, or maybe I did it probably with a spray. Again, I grew up with a mother, right? So I had a spray jar, and then I was sticking my fingers in there. They were tiny, and then I had to use the screwdriver to stick them in there. But there is a faster way to do it, and that's with a hose. But I didn't see my grandpa do it. But since he liked the fan, that was modern technology back then. Well, he said to me, "You had a great idea, but you didn't finish it." And so now I will teach my son to start something and finish it. Yeah, do a bolo. Be on the lookout. B-O-L-O. Other people call it plug in, watch where you're going, don't step on the kitten. What is it? Oh, she did? Oh, almost, huh? Grandma. Alright, be better than I am. Let's see. Here is the iPod charger, and I actually wrote on it iPod, and then over here it says iPod. iPod. So I like making these labels, but this one doesn't work anymore. So since he wants to learn electronics, I'm going to see if I can disassemble it, and just to take a look at how these things work, or at least what they look like. Alright, be better than I am. Take care of yourself. The spouse bought me a new charger for the iPod. Now, isn't that something? $4. Where at? Do you remember?
What spouse?
Your mother. That's what spouse means. It's either if you have a dad and your mother says my spouse, then it's your father, you know, or your mother. Spouse means the opposite. I mean, husband, wife. All right, but I always use the word spouse. The spouse.
I don't know
Enjoy.
where she bought it.
No? Oh, I know. You were probably with me when she went with your sister, huh? You went with her?
Mhm.
Maybe the dollar store. Who knows?
I just
Publix, maybe.
forgot.
All right. Enjoy your life.